Joining us now, we have national security analyst and former executive director of Defense One, Kevin Barron. Okay, Kevin, in addition to that reporting that we just heard that, the U.S. is opposing a G7 statement that kind of essentially states the facts as we know them, we've also learned the U.S. is declining to co-sponsor a U.S. draft resolution affirming Ukraine's territorial integrity on the third anniversary of the Russian invasion. That's pretty significant. What is your take on that, and what is the danger in disagreeing with the rest of the alliance when it comes to something as basic as a statement?
Well, and just like everything else we're seeing from Trump, it sounds like they're doing everything they can to soften the road for the Russians and bring them into the negotiation that they want, no matter what it takes. I mean, these are pretty basic level statements and concessions that are, diplo-speak. This reminds me of like Cold War days, and should the table be a triangle or a rectangle? Meanwhile, people are fighting and dying out in Ukraine, and there's a real geopolitical shift happening that just seems to be the White House either doesn't care about or doesn't see it coming. I
mean, but diplomats always quibble about verbiage or language or flag size or table settings. This feels a little bit more significant because this shouldn't have been and wouldn't have been 6 months ago at all a controversial statement.
Oh, no, it's beyond the pale. It's ridiculous. Of course Russia's the aggressor. Of course Putin is the dictator. Of course those are the bad guys and the Ukrainians are the good guys. There's no doubt about that. So, forgive me, not to soften any of this, right? It's unbelievable that the White House is taking this position. It's not unbelievable that Trump is taking this position. He wants to pull Putin in and have that moment, that his version of Helsinki all over again, whatever you want to call it, thinking, even if you believe what Rubio says, look, this is just round one. We're just bringing him in, and listen to Kellogg and what he's telling the allies. The U.S. is still going to defend Europe. The U.S. is still going to defend NATO. This is just our way to get things started. I think just nobody believes it. I heard you say in the last segment, nobody knows who to believe when it comes to anything this administration says unless it comes from Trump's lips himself.
Well, it's also putting Republicans in a really difficult position, even Republicans who do support the president. Senator Thom Tillis had some strong words for the Trump administration. I think we've got that sound for you here.
I support President Trump, and I believe that most of his policies on national security are right. I believe his instincts are pretty good. But what I'm telling you, whoever believes that there is any space for Vladimir Putin in the future of a stable globe better go to Ukraine. They better go to Europe. They better invest the time to understand that this man is a cancer and the greatest threat to democracy in my lifetime. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that Vladimir Putin is a liar, a murderer, and a man responsible for ordering the systematic torture, kidnapping, and rape of innocent civilians, believe me, because the evidence is mile high.
I mean, you were apologizing earlier for not being subtle. That's not subtle, and he's one of the few Republicans who seems to be holding the line against Russian aggression. It's even caught some of our allies off guard. Does Europe have options here if it wants to see Ukraine succeed?
Yeah, but hang on. I don't give him that much credit. Look, he just said, believe me, in the same speech where he started off saying, I think Trump has good national security instincts. And I don't think Tillis has voted to stop any of Trump's nominees that have gone through, like Tulsi Gabbard, like Hegseth, Rubio, or anybody else.
But that's significant because you're getting people who did back him on those candidates now speaking out a little bit about what they disagree with.
We all knew what Trump thought about Russia. We all knew what Trump thought about Ukraine. And he likes one and doesn't like the other. So we knew this was coming. So it seems a little disingenuous for the senator to go, yeah, but look at how bad Putin is when you supported Trump the whole time. So I think the Senate GOP has an enormous credibility problem. And Senator Wicker and everybody else on the Armed Services Committee coming out of, especially Munich, suddenly remembering that they care about European security and they care about the war in Ukraine when they knew fully that this is what the Trump administration was going to push for.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Kevin Barron.